Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, please click the subscribe button. And I would love to have you as a part of our community at Charlene Randall Financial. And if you have watched my videos, welcome back. So tax time is here. And if you need to file your taxes, if you need tax preparation help and assistance, go click the link below and click on randallparalegal.com and get started filling out your form, and someone will get back to you and follow up with either an email or a phone call. So today, what we're going to talk about is the Minnesota ICE shooting. So I've had some time to think about this somewhat. And I know a lot of people have different opinions and expressing different opinions about what happened. So we're going to get into talk about this a little bit. And I'm also going to show you the video as well in a minute. But the Minnesota ICE shooting, if you're not familiar with what happened, on Wednesday, in Minneapolis, a federal agent fatally shot a motorist, 37-year-old Renee Good. Trump administration officials said these were defensive shots, fired because the officer was being run over. So, as I said, a lot of people have expressed different opinions on all of this. If you watch this video, you may have the same opinion, you may have a totally different opinion. So I'm not here to actually give you my opinion on this, but I want to just bring up a thought and kind of make you think about the fact if this was justified or not. Because, as citizens, there are things that we can do, should do, when we see certain figures, certain authorities that basically, are around us or hired or placed in a position to do certain things, right? So there are ways that we should act. There are also ways that people with authority should act as well. So there are things that we should do, there are things that they should do. There are things that we should not do, and there are things that they should not do, right? So there's a lot of controversy being stirred up for this incident. Okay, so basically, moments before the shooting happened, there was a interaction between the victim and the ICE agent. So, I'm actually going to play the video right now. I'm going to play the video right now so you can actually see for yourself. So, let's take a look at the video.
Fuck! What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck did you do? No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my fucking...
Okay, so that was actually the video. That was the video, and as you can see, the ICE agent is going up to the vehicle. The woman in the vehicle is actually interfering with the ICE agent and what he's doing in his investigation. And so he told her come out the car to come out of the car, and she, I guess, didn't want to come out the car, and so she drove off. And as she drove off, that's when he started shooting. But even in that little bit of time, when things happen, it could be a lot that happened in a little bit of time, that matters. So when you're trying to figure out if this was justified, who was right, who was wrong, there's a lot of things to begin to question, right? Um, they was she right for not getting out of the car? Was she, interrupting an investigation? Uh, these questions have to be answered to see, what is the logic of, what's going on, why people are doing what they are doing, right? Uh, so if she was interfering with the investigation, would it be justified for him to do what he did? Was it okay, or was it okay for her to pull off in the car and try to just escape and run off without listening to um the authority figure at the time, which was the ICE agent? So was she, what else could have been done? What else could have been done, at that time differently? Or was this justified because of what was done? So it makes you think of all of these things. And like I said, I'm not here to give you my opinion on this. I'm just here to give you some things to think about, because I know a lot of people have their own opinion, and people actually have really strong opinions on this. But when you look at things like this, every second counts, everything counts. It's not only one thing, it's a combination of things that happened that led up to the incident. It's not one thing that happened that led up to the incident on his behalf and also on her behalf. So, although this is um it was something that happened publicly, where people were able to watch and actually, really watch this and, make their own assumptions. It wasn't a private incident, it was a public incident, and it involved the public officer and a citizen, American citizen. So ICE has a job to do. Uh, she's a citizen. Like, you have to think about everything that happened. So basically, we're gonna watch the video one more time, but we're gonna watch it without.
What the fuck?
We're gonna watch it without any sound. Okay, so we're gonna watch it with no sound this time. Okay, so that was the video. This time I played it with no sound. Okay, so this, like I said, people have their own opinions, and was it justified? Was it not justified? So all I can say is I know there are a bunch of questions that are probably unanswered at this time, and it has to be, is going to be something that people, you know, have to deal with in their, I guess the investigation, that probably is already being done. So you just have to ask these questions, like, did he mean to do that to her? And did she mean to escalate the situation to that point? I mean, if you have to think about why things were happening. And in situations, in the middle of an incident where this like high stress levels, logical actions sometimes are disregarded. So people are probably not thinking the way that you think that they should think during that time, which probably makes people act out. And it could be one party or both parties. So I just wanted to bring that up. Like I said, I'm not really here to give my opinion. So many people have so many questions. I've already heard so many things about this, incident. In fact, from different people, lots of different people, lots of people on social media. But I just want to bring it up. And, as I said, um, legally, you know, is it justified? Because you could say morally whatever you want, but legally, what is it in the eyes of, the people? What is it? So, like I said, people have opinions based on morals, based on legal definition. So, based on what they see, based on what they didn't see. So many things going on with this. So tell me what you think about this. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel so you will know when I do each and every video. But yeah, leave it in the comments and let me know what you think about this incident.